African bad girl giving them sugar. Tiny waist wild like cougar. Get the money, that's my slogan. Everything I connection.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl whatever. It's me and I'm back with another video. In today's video we're going to be doing a little bit of a girl talk. I've already set the scene, you know, we got some wine here. I'm sipping on some blueberry Stella Rosa. This Stella Rosa is so freaking good. I love it. It's so tasty. Delicious. I asked you guys to send me some girl talk topics on my Instagram a couple of days ago, and you guys sent me some great topics. I didn't look at all of them, but I did skim through and just like I would see some of them in my notification box thing, and you guys sent some really good topics, so I'm really excited to get into it today. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. If you guys are interested in some girl talk, make sure to keep on watching. How are you guys doing today, by the way? I'm doing really good today. I had a great day today. I actually had a very successful content filming day. I woke up this morning and I said that I wanted to film content, and at first it seemed like I wasn't going to be able to accomplish everything that I wanted to accomplish, but I ended up accomplishing every single thing that I wanted to accomplish, including this video. This is the last thing on my list today, and here I am filming it, and so I'm having a really good day. God is so good. Let me know how you guys' day is going down in the comments. Whatever day you're watching this video, has your day been good? Has your day been bad? Why has it been good? Why has it been bad? I want to know that in the comments. Make sure to let me know because I want to know. Period. Like I said, I asked you guys to send me some topics. Let me go ahead and pull up my archives. So here's the Instagram post where I asked you guys to send me questions. If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure to follow me on Instagram. If I'm not on YouTube, I'm usually on Instagram. I'm on Instagram pretty much every day. I'm always posting. I always do polls, questions, talk to you guys. I talk to a lot of you guys. I answer all my DMs back. Well, most of my DMs back. So if you're wondering where I am when I'm not on YouTube, I'm on Instagram. So make sure you follow me at Omolewa, OMOOLEWAA. But anyways, so you guys did send me quite a bit of questions, which is really great because usually when I do these, people don't really ask questions, but I did give you guys a little bit of a boost to get y'all to send me questions. But anyway, let's get into it. So the first question says, what would you do if you were dating a guy and his pastor says God says no on YouTube dating? I guess stop dating him, because if it's a pastor saying that, I mean, even though pastors aren't God and, you know, they can't just tell you who you can and can't date, they can't tell you if a relationship is going to work or not. I mean, I would just kind of listen to it, because it's like, the thing is, if the guy is deciding to listen to the pastor, then you kind of have no choice, you know. I would just kind of back off. Honestly, truly, I would back off personally, because it's like, it's kind of weird, it's kind of bizarre that the pastor would say no to you guys dating. So yeah, I would back off if it were me, but I don't know. So somebody wants me to talk about situationships. Situationships for me were those things that you got into unknowingly. I don't think people really knowingly go into situationships. Like, nobody dates someone and they're like, okay, this is gonna be a situationship, unless you're kind of like doing like a friends with benefits type thing, or you just don't really want to be in a relationship. I just feel like situationships are so childish. No, I've raised my standards. I know what I want. I want to be married. I want to have kids. I want to have a good husband. I want to have a good man, and I'm not gonna get that by being in a situationship. So for me, those are completely cut off. Like I said, I have completely raised my standard, and by that I mean that I don't tolerate certain things that I used to tolerate out of guys. Like nowadays, my patience is very, very short when it comes to guys who are pursuing me. If you're pursuing me and you are not meeting certain standards that I have set for myself, and you are crossing my boundaries, I am not going for it. Like, I'm gonna cut you off. I'm gonna stop talking to you. We're gonna be done, because I don't have time to waste my time, y'all. Like, I know I'm only 20. I'm about to be 23 in another month. I'm gonna be 23 on May 2nd. My birthday's coming up. But I don't have time to waste. Like, the thing about me is I'm not for the streets. Like, I do not want to be in the streets, okay? I want to be somebody's wife. I want to be somebody's mom, okay? Those are things in my life that I really, really desire. And I'm not going to get there by being in situationships. So it's just no point. No, God forbid. Pray to God. Pray against situationships. You have to pray. Pray. That's what I do. I pray. Okay? Because men nowadays, it's so easy to get caught up in a situationship because, like, men will lead you astray. They'll tell you one thing but do the other. They lead you on. They lie to get what they want. We know what they want. If you don't know what they want, you know what they want. They'll lie. So it's very easy to get caught up in a situationship. But honestly, you just have to know the signs. You have to look out for the signs. So somebody wants me to talk about pick-me girls. And they said, ugh, I can't stand them. What I think about pick-me girls, I feel like pick-me girls are just girls who are insecure and who really value the validation of men, which is very, very bad because men are terrible. Like, if your self-worth is dependent on whether a man values you, on whether a man finds you attractive, whether a man thinks you're funny, whether a man thinks you're cool, whether a man thinks you're this, and you are willing to throw other women under the bus at the expense of a man's approval, you're already losing. Being a pick-me in 2022 is not it. Really, all of us women need to be banding together so we can go against these men because these men are terrible. You're telling me you have met a man and you're seeking their validation? Like, men are so, ugh. I have no other words. But all I'm going to say about pick-me girls is do better, because if you are living your life based on what men think, you're not going to live a very good life. Do I have a type? And if so, what is it? I'm not gonna lie, I want to say I don't have a type, but I do. My type is somebody who is ambitious, somebody who is tall. Somebody who is tall. I don't care, I'm gonna say it again because people like to be like, oh, y'all want tall men, but your dad's not even tall. My dad happens to be, even though he's not shit and I don't fuck with him, my dad happens to be like 6'5", 6'7". So yeah, I want a tall man. Tall, dark, handsome, purr. I'm stupid. But no, I just like a man who is ambitious, who has things going for himself, basically. I'm not a normal girl. I'm not a small babe. So I need a man of a certain standard. I really appreciate a man who has something going for himself, who has drive. I mostly, honestly, go for men who are like entrepreneurs. I know that sounds, I don't know, somehow, but I like that because I'm an entrepreneur. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't date a man with a 9-to-5, you know, like I'm not on some B. Simone stuff, but I mostly gravitate towards men who are like artistic, entrepreneurs, who have like formed their own paths in life, because that's the type of person I am. I like a man who is kind-hearted, because I am a kind-hearted person, you know, just a good man. And I don't know if this sounds shallow or what, but I want to have kids, like I said, and I want my kids to have good genes, okay? And good genes, I don't just mean by looks, because one thing that I have known my whole life is like looks are not everything. Deep down inside, I want my kids to be good people. I want them to have good morals. So I want to have a partner who can help me to instill those values in my children. I wouldn't really say that I have a type, but if you were to say that I have a type, I guess my type would be like artistic guys. So yeah, someone asked if I've dated this past year. I don't really know why you're asking this. Like, it's a very specific question to kind of ask me, but I mean, I guess, yes, I've dated this past year. I did. Skincare products to try. My favorite skincare product right now is the Malaysia Urea Moisturizer. I personally have Malassezia, and if you don't know what Malassezia is, I will link a video right here where I explain all about it. And so recently, well, actually like last year, my sister discovered this brand which specializes in Malassezia. The brand is called Malaysia. I really like their moisturizer. It gets rid of my Malassezia breakouts and it is amazing. Another product that I've been loving is the Good Molecules Discoloration Serum, and they actually just came out with a 2.0 version, which is amazing because it's supposed to work 2 times faster, and I have been using it consistently for like about a week now, and I'm definitely seeing changes, so I love that. Those have been my 2 favorite products. They work really good for me and they have kept my skin looking good, I will say so myself. Advice on dating while being a workaholic. I am not a workaholic. I wouldn't say. I really enjoy my downtime. I enjoy having fun. I enjoy going out with my friends. And the thing about my job is like I can kind of do all those things while still be working. So it works out for me. But what I would say is like if you're a workaholic, then that means you have a schedule. You have like, you know, where you need to be at a certain time. You know what you got going on. So I would say schedule time. Schedule time to date. Schedule time to be with the person you like. Go on dates. Just try to fit that in there, because if you're all work, one day you're gonna work, and you're gonna look around and you're gonna realize you worked so much that you didn't work on your love life. I hear this a lot from men. They're like, oh, I gotta get my life together before I start dating. And you know, for men that works out, because a man can be 30 and still have kids. When it comes to women, we are on a biological time clock. I think that's what they call it. We're on a time clock, because by the time you're 40, 50, you can't have kids anymore. So if that's something you want, not even just kids, by the time you're 30, you're considered old cargo. It becomes harder to date because you're an older woman. So I just feel like it's really important to set aside that time to date. Make your dating life a priority just as much as you make your work life a priority. It might not be as big of a priority as your work life, but just make it a priority, because you don't want to wake up one day and realize like, dang, I'm lonely, you know? Thoughts on college. Is it worth the time and the money? This is a funny question, because I'm currently in that battle within myself. Like, I'm literally praying to God every day, like, God, please give me an answer. Should I be in college? I really don't know, because I feel like I'm wasting my time. I'm a public health major, and I literally every day I'm asking myself, like, do you want to drop out? This is a question that I literally ask myself every day, because I generally feel like it's a waste of my time. I can't speak for everybody, but for me, I know what I want to do in life. I am going to get this public health degree, and I'm never going to use it. I'm never going to use it, because I don't want to work in the public health field. I don't want to work in a 9-to-5. I don't want to work for anyone. I don't want to do any of these things. So for me personally, it is a waste of time and money. But guess what? I'm still gonna do it though, because I'm African. And one thing about them African parents, they're gonna tell you school is important. School, even my mom, she knows that I already know what I want to do in life. And my mom's like as understanding as an African parent can get. But she even still is like, no, go to school. My brother, my siblings, they're all like, go to school. My aunts, my uncles, go to school. Because to them, education is everything. They feel like that's like a safety net. And honestly, it's crazy, because one day I actually had a dream. Because I kept telling my mom, like, what do you think is going to happen? The government's going to be like, only people who have a college degree can live. And I had a dream like that. I think because I kept saying that so much, the dream was kind of creepy. I was like, dang, is this my sign to say stay in college? But basically, I literally had a dream that like people who didn't have college degrees were sent to a concentration camp. And I was sent to a concentration camp because I didn't have a college degree. But maybe that's a dream that's letting me know that I shouldn't be in college. Honestly, I really don't know. But y'all, me personally, I think it's a waste of my time. But like I said, I'm still gonna do it though. It is what it is. How to deal with toxic family members. Personally, I wouldn't deal with them. I feel like I would just cut them off, cut them out, and you know, even if you still have to be around them, cut them out. Like, act like they don't exist. I'm really good at doing that. Whether it's family members, whether it's ex-friends, whether it's acquaintances, whatever, I'm really good at cutting people out. You could be standing right in my face and you would think that I never met that person in my life. If people want to move mad, you too should move mad. You two act like they don't exist, okay? You want to move mad? Me too, I can move mad. Period. Someone wants to know, how do I keep fresh during my cycles? One really cool trick that I learned on TikTok. I'm on my period right now. I literally just started using this hack in this period. Today's my last day. And basically, you know when you put your pad on, you put your pad like vertically. So what they say to do is to put another pad going horizontally, like on the back. I'll probably insert the TikTok, or I'll insert like a little demo of me doing this. So like usually when I'm going to sleep, sometimes like I'll have leakage because, you know, you sleep, you move around. But that helps prevent that, because that extra padding in the back. And also, I would just say like take showers 2 times a day. I don't really use feminine wash products. I don't really think it's necessary. I feel like water is your best bet unless you have odor or something like that. And if you have odor, if you get a yeast infection or anything like that, or just to keep fresh, I would highly recommend this product right here. It's called PhD Boric Acid Vaginal Suppository. This thing is really good. You just pop one in there. You don't take it by mouth. You pop it in there and you leave it on. I would suggest using it before going to sleep because you are going to have some discharge after inserting it, and it'll literally clear up your yeast infection super fast. Even if you don't get yeast infections, I would just suggest using these like maybe like once a month, once every 2 weeks, just to like freshen up down there. I really like this. I think this is really good. And yeah, take showers twice a day, 3 times if you need it. Maybe like if you come home from work, come home from school, maybe take a shower then, and then like a shower at night. But besides that, I don't really know any extra tips. How do you bounce back from mental breakdowns? I don't really have like mental breakdowns like, oh, it's just one moment where I break down. It'd be like a week of me not doing the things that I usually do. A week of me neglecting myself, neglecting my responsibilities, you know, not doing the things that make me happy. So whenever that happens, I just like to go back to my routine, like go back to doing the things that make me happy. Doing my hair makes me happy. Getting my nails done makes me happy. Getting my toes done makes me happy. Getting pampered makes me happy. Looking beautiful makes me happy. So for me, I like to beautify myself. I like to get cute, okay? Take some pictures, okay? Because one thing about it, getting cute and taking some pictures and having my hair done is gonna make me feel good, okay? Even if I don't have it together internally, having it together externally will make you feel good. People say looking good makes you feel good. They are not lying, honey. Look good and you will feel good. And then just like pray. If you believe in God, pray. Running to God will always comfort me. Listening to gospel music will always comfort me. I have my own favorite playlist that my friend Lola sent me actually. If you guys want me to link it in the description, I'll link it. Reading my Bible helps me to feel good about myself, and just meditating on the words of God. And if you don't believe in God, maybe like get into affirmations. That's another way. But for me personally, God has already said it all, like in the Bible. And so reading his words and really like remembering and continuing to instill those words in my brain helps me to remember like I'm a child of God, like God has me, I'm gonna be good. And praying and just knowing that God is with me and God has me will always make me feel good, because God is bigger than anything. So if he has me, I have nothing to worry about. So that's how I, you know, bounce back from a mental breakdown. How long must you talk/date someone for them to be off limits to your friend? This is an interesting question. This is a very good question. Let me fold my other leg. Let's get into it, okay? Let's get into it, because I feel like this is a good question. So this is so interesting. I remember when I was in high school, I had dated this guy that my friend had a crush on, and we're gonna talk about this guy later on actually, because I got another question where we're gonna have to revisit him. So when I was in high school, I dated this guy that my friend had a crush on. She only had a crush on him. They never dated. She literally just had a crush on him. She never told him she had a crush on him, nothing like that. Her and him went to the same school. I went to a completely different school. They went to a charter school. I haven't taken a sip of my wine because I just been enjoying this conversation, period. This wine is so good. So the only reason I knew that she had a crush on him was because another mutual friend of me and hers told me that she had a crush on him. But basically the guy was interested in me. He wanted to talk to me. We were dating one summer, and like she literally hated me because of it. Like she was so mad at me because of it. And I never understood why she was so mad at me. Like, girl, you literally just had a crush on him. Y'all never dated. Y'all never talked. Y'all are just friends. Like, y'all not even friends, y'all are just cool. You see each other at school and that was it. So I feel like in a situation like that, you have no reason to be upset at your friend for dating a guy you have a crush on. Like, especially when you didn't tell your friend that you had a crush on a boy. Like, no. It depends on how you guys talk about it. Like, if your friend generally comes to you and they're like, hey, I really like this guy. Me and him have a good connection. I want to date him. I wouldn't really be mad at it, because the way I see it is like, we don't own people. I don't own a guy just because I used to date him. You know, even though it might be weird, we don't own people. Whether or not you used to date somebody or not, if somebody else has a better connection with that person, who am I to get in the way of that? That's how I see it. I might be upset. It might take me a while to get over it. It might be awkward for me in the beginning, but like, if I'm not dating that person anymore, if me and that person are over, what's the problem? Unless you're not over that person and your friend knows you're not over that person, that's different, you know? But if you're over somebody, I feel like it's fair game, because that's just life. Like, I can't tell nobody who to date, who to not date. So I feel like as long as your friend is over the person, there are no longer any feelings there, anybody's fair game. That's my opinion. So someone wants me to talk about how guys have more loyalty towards their bros other than their girlfriend. We could talk about this, okay? We could talk about this all day. And the way I see it is like, Guys definitely hold that bros over hoes thing very, very high. I think guys are onto something when it comes to that, because think about it. You're dating a girl. This is your girlfriend. This is not your wife. Like, if it's your wife, that's a different story, right? Your girlfriend is your girlfriend. Women need to adopt that same mentality that guys have, like bros over hoes, chicks over dicks, okay? Because most of the time, friendships are usually much more valuable than relationships. Your boyfriend can break up with you today. Who's gonna be there? Your friends are. So I just think that women need to get on that same mentality. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I feel like women need to have more of a sense of community with each other. Women are very, very quick to throw each other under the bus for the validation of men. Going back to the topic of pick-me's, that is why pick-me's exist. When we talk about pick-me's, rarely are we ever talking about men. So the reason why that exists is because women hold the validation of men so highly, and men don't hold the validation of women anywhere. That is why men have more loyalty towards their bros than their girlfriends, because they only feel validated by other men. They hold the opinions of other men higher than they do of women. And I just feel like women need to adopt that same mentality. Your girlfriends are more important than your boyfriend, okay? Period. So somebody wants me to talk about the new pregnancy era, like how a lot of people getting pregnant and not married nowadays. Ain't no babies coming out of this coochie until I got a ring on this finger. Because why? Men, I'm gonna say this so many times during this girl talk, men are not shit. Having a child is such a big deal. I feel like that is the problem. People think that having babies is just whatever. Like, oh yeah, you know, I'm pregnant, I'm gonna have a baby. I just feel like people need to be more selective about who they're having sex with. If you would not be comfortable having a baby with somebody, then you shouldn't be having sex with them, because you can really get pregnant anytime. Pregnancy, it can happen to anybody. Like, it can happen to anybody. That's just the truth. I feel like the reason why women are so comfortable having babies with men who they're not married to is because it's so accepted in society. Like, it's not really a big deal to people. Like, having a baby is not a big deal to people, and I really hate that, because it is a big deal. Who you have kids with is a big deal. You guys remember earlier when I was saying that I want to have kids with somebody who's going to instill good qualities in my children? That is very important to me. I don't want to just have babies with just anybody, because your kids are going to be half of that person. Genetics. This era of just having babies just because, having babies willy-nilly, it's really, really crazy to me, and it's really sad, because usually it doesn't end up well. A lot of these men are not shit. They'll have multiple baby mamas. They don't really be in their kids' lives. The moms be the one taking care of the kids, doing everything, and it's just really, really sad. I feel like really what it comes down to is women. We hold the power. Pussy is power. They want it so badly. It's a high commodity. Men will do anything for it. That's why they lie, they cheat, they do anything. They'll do anything for pussy. Pussy is power. And I think us as the people who withhold the pussy, we need to be more selective. We need to be more smart with the people that we are giving the pussy to. I just want y'all to know that pussy is power, okay? Oh, y'all, this question says, have you ever been the side chick but not know until after? This is very interesting of a question, because this literally happened to me earlier this year. Let's get into a story time, y'all. Story time. So we dated late last year, right? This actually happened last year. That's crazy. Damn. Anyway, so I dated this guy. We were friends at first, but then it got more serious. But then he would try to like gaslight me and just say we were just friends, but like we're literally doing non-friends things. Like, we were hanging out every day and we were intimate, and this boy wanted to see me every day, like literally every day. We hung out every day, and anytime I would try to set that boundary and be like, hey, you say we're just friends, but like we're doing not friends things. Anytime I tried to pull away, he would be like trying to pull me back in. I would keep trying to pull away, but he would keep pulling me back in, and I would just be like, why is he acting like this? Like, this is so weird. He keeps saying we're just friends, but he doesn't want to let me go. He wants to keep me around. He wants to hang out with me every day, but keeps saying we're friends. This is so weird, right? And I would keep saying like, there's something missing here. Like, there's something missing here. So one day I'm on TikTok. I'm scrolling through TikTok. I'm scrolling, and then I get a notification that this girl that I followed had followed me back. And this girl is a mutual of mine. We followed each other on social media. We're not like friends or anything, but like we're social media friends. We followed each other on Instagram. She followed me back, and I go on her page and I started watching her TikToks. And there's this one particular TikTok that was like really, really cute. Like I like the way it was edited, so it really had my attention. Then I watched it a couple of times. So I see a part in the TikTok. It's really, really fast. She's with a guy. They took like a mirror pic together. It didn't register in my brain who the guy was or anything like that. I watched it a couple of times and then I scroll past and then I go watch another TikTok. Something in my brain told me to go back and rewatch that TikTok. It's not even something in my brain. It was God, okay? I go back and I rewatch the TikTok again and I just see her and the guy. Still, it doesn't register who the guy is. I scroll away again to another TikTok, but then something in my brain says, girl, no, go back and pay attention to who the guy is. I go back and I look at who the guy is and I like pause it at that part. Why is it him? Why is the guy? And then it was crazy because the outfit he was, sorry y'all, my camera stopped recording, but it was crazy because the outfit he was wearing was an outfit that he wore a lot. It was like his favorite thing to wear. He was wearing a white t-shirt, khaki pants, and these Dior shoes that he would wear all the time. And so obviously like my subconscious registered who it was, but I hadn't fully processed who it was. So that was my subconscious and God telling me to go back. So I literally sent him a screenshot of that. I was like, is this you? By this time we're supposed to be friends, but I still had in the back of my mind that he was keeping something from me, and like there was a reason why he was on some like, oh, we're friends, because it wasn't making sense, you know, it wasn't adding up. So I messaged him. I was like, is this you? He took a really long time to answer. Before he even answered, I already knew it was him. I already knew it all makes sense. It all clicked. I knew a girl who I was closer with who was friends with the girl who was in the video. So I messaged my friend and I was like, hey, this is really weird, but like, is your friend dating this guy? And she was like, oh yeah, she is actually. And me and her get to talking. She puts the other girl on the three-way call. We all end up talking about it like for like hours. Like me and her were exchanging notes, y'all. Basically, he was two-timing us. He was dating me and dating her at the same time. And the reason why he started being on some, oh, let's just be friends with me, is because he started dating her. So yeah, I was basically technically the side chick, basically. So he was trying to keep both of us around, have his cake and eat it too. And he was definitely trying to keep me around, you know, because he wanted them marketing tips. He wanted them social media tips, okay? So yeah, we basically put it together. Y'all, he messaged me. He went on this whole paragraph about how him and the girl only went on date one time. It wasn't serious. They're not dating, nothing like that. Mind you, she told me he was supposed to be coming over to her house that night. They've been dating for 3 months. They went on date nights every Thursday. Girl, he was lying. So I blocked him. I blocked him everywhere. I blocked his family members everywhere also, because I was going over to his house and they were seeing me going over there and they were seeing the other girl going over there and they said nothing, obviously. So I blocked all of them, including his 7-year-old little cousin. Everybody can get the smoke. Period. So y'all, why did this boy show up to my house the next day? Why did he show up to my house the next day? And in front of my mom. And good thing, I tell my mom everything. So my mom already knew everything. Like, she knew I was dating him. She knew what he did because I told her. She knew everything. I told her everything. So when he came over, it was no shock to anybody. Everybody already knew what was going on. And it was really funny because I knew that he was going to do that, because there was another time when I tried to like break things off for him. He showed up at the place where I go to upload my videos. And we had to have this big argument in the restaurant because he just could not let it go. I knew he was gonna do that. So I actually told my mom, I was like, if he comes to our house, don't let him in. Maybe she didn't hear me or something, but she let him in, girl. I am in my room chilling and my mom calling me from downstairs. So I go downstairs. I'm walking down the stairs. The first thing I see down the stairs is this boy looking at me. What? Yeah, I could not believe it. Like, I knew it was a possibility he would do that, but I really didn't think he would. I was so shocked. I was like, what? Yeah, I was on FaceTime with my friend. She heard everything. It was actually so crazy. Like, she literally heard everything. And so basically he was like, oh, let's go talk. I was like, I have nothing to say to you. I literally just want you to leave my house. Like, just leave. He was like, no, you're tripping. Let's go talk. Let's go talk. I was like, I have nothing to say to you. I just want you to leave. I have nothing to say. So then he's like, really? Are you serious? I was like, yeah, I have nothing to say to you. Like, I don't want to talk to you. I have nothing to talk about. I'm done. I have nothing to say. I just want you to leave my house. So I was wearing this shirt of his that I had worn home one time when I slept over at his house. So then he's like, okay, well, can I have my shirt back? and then I'll leave. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go upstairs, take your shirt off, and then I'm gonna come back down, give you the shirt, and then you're gonna leave. And he was like, okay. I went upstairs, changed real quick, went back downstairs, gave him the shirt, and I'm like, okay, now you can leave. And he's like walking towards the door. I'm like pushing him towards the door actually. He's like, are you serious? Like, you're really gonna do this over a girl who I wasn't even serious about? Like, we only went on a couple of dates. He's still lying, y'all. Mind you, I know everything. He doesn't even know that I talked. He probably didn't even know at this point that I talked to her, nothing. I know everything. So then when he gets to the door, then he's like, you know what, actually I have been dating her, but it had nothing to do with you. It had nothing to do with you. Why are you tripping? We're just friends. Like, we're just friends. I'm like, okay, that's fine. You can leave now. Mind you, my mom is in the garage working the whole time because her office is in the garage. She's in the garage working and listening to this whole conversation. Like, she's laughing. So then this boy had the nerve to say, actually, I want to talk to your mom. So this boy nudges me and walks back in the house and tries to talk to my mom. At this time, my little brother came downstairs, you know, trying to make sure I'm okay. What are you gonna talk to my mom about? You have nothing to say to my mom. I'm like, no. He was trying to talk to my mom, y'all. I literally kept cutting him off. I was like, nope, you're not saying nothing to my mom. You're a liar. You're a manipulator. You're a liar. You're a narcissist. No, you have nothing to say. I'm like cutting him off, and mom's like, all right, let him talk now. Let him talk. I'm like, no, he can't talk. He has nothing to say. He's a liar. No. And my mom's just like laughing at him. And he's basically trying to tell my mom, I hate that you have to see me like this. This is not who I am. And the reason he's doing this is because he's trying to do damage control because my mom knows his mom. Boy, f*** you. God forgive me. But yeah. So then I also have a neighbor who lives in front of me who's actually my brother's friend. And my neighbors are hearing all of this because I'm low-key getting loud now because, like, why are you at my house? My neighbor calls me. He's like, all right, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay, but this boy's at my house and he won't leave. So he hears that I'm on the phone with a man. So now he starts trying to leave. So then he leaves, y'all. And then I called the girl and I'm like, why was this boy just at my house? Y'all, why did she tell me that he had just came from her house? So basically he came from her house because at first we were going to try to sabotage him and, like, you know, try to do some scheming. But then by the end of the conversation, me and her decided that we were both just going to leave him alone and just be done with him because that was going to hurt him more. Because he's the type of person, like, he doesn't like to burn bridges. But one thing about me, I'm going to burn a bridge down to the ground. Because I don't play that, okay? But yeah, so basically he left her house and came to my house. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot to add this part. But she had called him on the phone and she had me on the other line. He didn't know I was on the other line, obviously, because I muted myself. And she was like, so you mean to tell me you went to Ora's house after you left my house? And he was like, I don't even know why you're listening to that bitch. That bitch is a liar. You don't even know her. You only know her because of me. Y'all, this dirty, stinky, poo-poo head, doodle head, nasty butt head boy really had their nerve to call me a bitch. But he was still on my phone trying to apologize to me. So when I walk outside, why was his sister the one that was driving the car? Y'all, I was so pissed. Like, his whole family was not shit, honestly, because why are you allowing your brother to do this? You're a woman. This is what I'm saying about women not banding together. Women let men get away with the worst things ever. Like, I don't care if that's your brother. One thing about me, I would never let my brother do no grimy shit to any woman. I don't care. I don't care if you're my brother. I don't care. Like, be a better person. Be a good person. But yeah, y'all, that was it. Me and her both never talked to him ever again after that. We cut him off and that was it. And the thing that pissed me off is, like, she lives by herself and I have a single mom. I feel like if me and her lived at home and we had dads in our houses, he would have never did that. If I had a dad who was in my life, he never, ever would have tried that. The only reason he did that is because he knows that I have a single mom. It's just women in the house. And my little brother is 17 at that. He was 17 at that time. Like, you know, like, really, what was he gonna do? He's not, honestly, my brother probably could have whooped his ass. I'm not even gonna lie. I just feel like that was so disrespectful coming to my house. I blocked you everywhere. That was all you needed to know. Like, obviously, when you block somebody, that means you're done with them, right? Anyway, I spent too much time on this question. It's making me mad all over again. I don't want to think about this. So we're gonna move on. How do you build and stick to a self-love routine? This is a great question. This is a beautiful question. I'm really happy that this question came after that toxicity. To me, I feel like the way to build and stick to a self-love routine is by saying kind words to yourself. Any negative thoughts that you have about yourself, quickly, the moment you have a negative thought about yourself, rebuttal that negative thought with a positive thought. Most of the times, the things that we put on ourselves are not even true. Affirm yourself every day. Write out some words of affirmation, things that are very specific to you as a person. You think your nose is too big. my nose is not too big. Like, it sounds so stupid, but no. And that's just like a surface level thing. But you know, there's things that are much deeper. Like, if you truly don't love yourself, like, you have to work towards loving yourself. Just like how you wake up every day, you have your morning routine, you have your whatever, you have to have a self-love routine if that is something that you need to work on. Me personally, my self-love routine just includes reminding myself that I am worthy. Just by being me. I don't have to do anything to be worthy. Just by being alive, by breathing, I am worthy. I tell myself that every day. I am worthy. I feel like doing things like taking care of your body, taking care of your skin, doing your skincare routine, doing your body care routine, doing your nighttime routine, your morning routine. Those are the type of things that contribute to that self-love. Spending that time looking at yourself in the mirror while you're doing your skincare routine, while you're doing your makeup, it really gives you that bond with yourself, you know, just like how you bond with other people by spending time with them. You bond with yourself by spending time with yourself, and not just spending time with yourself, but really look at yourself. Like, while you're doing your routine, really look at yourself. Like, make eye contact with yourself. You're looking in the mirror. You're the shit. Be a little cocky, okay? Be a little cocky and remind yourself every day that you're the shit. And I think the way to stick to that routine is to remember when you didn't feel like you were the shit, and not wanting to go back to feeling that way. Just the thought of like how you used to feel about yourself should make you want to stick to your routine. I feel like, to me, that's honestly the best way to stick to your routine, is just, you know, that you don't want to go back to feeling shitty. You don't want to go back to not loving yourself. So that enough should be enough to want to stick to your self-love routine. Someone wants me to talk about hating friends. If you have a hating friend, I'm gonna tell you right now, you need to cut them off. If you have people around you who don't shower you with love, who don't speak positivity into your life, who don't speak life into you, who don't make you feel good about yourself, who make you feel bad about yourself, who hate on you and make it very obvious, even if they don't make it very obvious, you know within your heart that that person doesn't love you and they hate you, you need to remove this person from your life. It's so bad. It's so bad to have friends around you who don't love you and who don't show that love. It's so bad, especially if you're someone who already has low self-esteem and who has a hard time loving yourself. It's not good to have friends around you who make you feel even less of yourself. All you're doing is reinforcing those negative thoughts that you have around yourself. Having people who are around you who reinforce those negative thoughts, it's so bad for your mental health. It's so bad for your self-development. Why do you have someone around you who's hating? I feel like that just shouldn't exist in friendship. When you see your friends doing good, you don't hate on them. It's motivation for you to do good yourself. It should make you feel happy to see your friends winning, even if you're not winning yourself and you're like, dang, I wish that was me. Yeah, I wish that was me, but that doesn't mean I'm so mad at it's them. I'm mad that they're winning. No, that's gonna be me one day. Like, be happy for other people, because one day you could be in their position and you don't want people around you who are hating on you when you're happy. So me personally, my advice is, if you have a hating friend, cut them off. Like, that's my advice. Cut them off. Someone wants me to talk about first dates, because she's going on one next weekend. I think first dates are really exciting. They can definitely be nerve-wracking because it's your first date. You don't really know the person. But I would just say, just have fun with it. Whatever happens, happens. If the date doesn't end up anywhere, at least you got to have like a fun date experience. Don't have any expectations. Vet the person. Don't worry about if the guy likes you. Worry about if you like the guy. Don't be thinking, oh, I hope he likes my hair. I hope I like... No, like, come there just as you. Be your most authentic self, because you do not want someone falling for a fake version of you, because then you got to keep up the fake persona. And if you don't keep up the fake persona, the real you is going to come out, and they're going to be like, what the heck? I didn't know you was like this. So go in there being you and just have fun and just experience. It's just another fun experience. Treat it like you're just going out with your friend, you know? Don't put a lot of emphasis on it. Don't think too much about it. Just go and have fun. Finding confidence to be the baddest when your environment doesn't match you. This is a great question, because when I was in high school, my environment was not the best, and I always knew I was a baddie, okay? I always knew I was that girl, but my environment didn't really match, and so it made it really hard for me to feel confident and feel happy and feel like a bad bitch that I am, because my environment was not the best. But honestly, I'll just say that remembering where I want to be and like visualizing where I want to be and remembering where I could be and knowing that it's not going to be forever, it's not going to last forever, really helped me get through it. Just know, like, it's not going to be like this forever. One day you're going to be in a whole different environment. Just imagine how different things are going to be in a couple of years, in a couple of months, in a couple of weeks, whatever it is. Keep your focus on that, okay? Still do your best to try to make your environment better. Just make the best of the situation. I'm very solution oriented. If something's not working, I want to figure out, okay, well, how do I make it work? If something's not going well, okay, well, how do I make it go well? So a lot of my advice is going to sound really harsh or whatever, but that's just who I am. I'm not someone who likes to dwell on the negatives. Like, I want to figure out how to make it better. So yeah, I would say just try to make the best of it, honestly. My senior year of high school was probably one of the worst years of my life, and just knowing that it wasn't going to last forever really helped me get through it. Someone wants to know if I'm Christian. Yes, I am. I'm Christian. I am a child of God, okay? Praise Him. Hallelujah. Someone says, I've been struggling with wanting to wear wigs, but also embracing my natural hair. Tips. My tip is, you're you. So whether you're wearing a wig or you're wearing your natural hair, you're you. You're still a bad bitch. You're still beautiful. You're still the baddest thing walking. You're still a great person. You're still a beautiful person. Okay, so do you. Like, have fun with your look. Whether you're wearing a wig or you're wearing your natural hair, either way, you're still you. And shaving my hair last year really helped me with that, because I just realized, like, hair doesn't make me beautiful. Like, when I'm done with this video, I'm not taking this wig off because it's glued on. But usually I would take the wig off and I would be bald under this, y'all. I'll go everywhere with my bald head, okay? 95% of the time I have my natural hair. Only 5% of the time am I like done up with the wigs and stuff like that. I would just tell you to just remember that the hair doesn't make you. You make you. So just have fun with your looks and don't think too hard about it, you know? Growing your fashion sense or buying clothes that have longevity. My advice for this is to just buy things that speak to you as a person. Don't try to buy things that are trendy, because the thing about trendy pieces is you'll wear it one time and then you'll feel this pressure like, oh, I can't wear this again because I already took pictures in this. People already saw me in this. This was like raining last month. This isn't really popular anymore. So I would just say to buy pieces that speak to you as a person, you know, because everyone has their own personal style. It's only when we involve ourselves in the world when like our style starts to change. You know, you'll see other people wearing something and you'll be like, oh wait, maybe that's what I should be wearing. Like, no, don't think about what you should be wearing. Oh, if I wear this, people are gonna think I'm weird. Like, no, pick pieces that you like, and also pick signature pieces. And I also like pieces that you can wear many times and wear in different ways. So like a basic crop top. You could wear a basic crop top so many different ways. A basic tank top. You can wear a basic tank top with a skirt and some heels, with some leggings, and be chill with it, with a skirt and a cute jacket and some heels, and dress it up. You can wear a basic tank top with some joggers and just chill in the house. So I really like pieces like that are like interchangeable. You know, so I would say try to get things like that. I would also say like try to refrain from getting a lot of patterns. I feel like patterns can be kind of restricting because you can't wear one pattern on top and another pattern on the bottom. I really gravitate towards pieces that are plain. And if I get things that have patterns, they're usually those signature pieces. So yeah, I would say stick with plain clothing and stick with things that are interchangeable. You can wear them with different things, and I think you'll definitely have a closet that has longevity. I wear a lot of my clothes a lot of times, okay? One thing about me, I'm not a trendy gal. I just like what I like and I wear what I like. So I would say if you follow the same philosophy, you will definitely never go wrong. How do you evolve and how do you stop thinking about other people's opinions about yourself? I think the best way to evolve and stop thinking about other people's opinions of you is by remembering that this is your life. Like, think about it. You have one life. You're gonna grow old, you're gonna die, and that's it. So if you spend your whole life living by other people's rules, doing what other people tell you to do, not truly doing what you really want to do, what kind of life? You've wasted your life. You're gonna look back one day and realize, dang, I really did not live. I really didn't live for myself. I let other people live my life for me. So I would just say, remember that this is your life. Other people's opinions is nothing. We all gonna die. That's really it. We all gonna die one day. So would you rather die knowing that you lived your best life, or would you want to die knowing that you didn't live your best life? I don't know. I would rather die knowing that I live my best life, which is why I don't care about other people's opinions. That's what makes me live the way I live, is the fact that I know that I want to live a good life, and I want to live a life that I'm proud of. I want to live a life that I can look back when I'm old and think, wow, that was a great life. So that's my advice on evolving and not caring about other people's opinions. Someone wants me to talk about friendships in your 20s. Your 20s is like the best time to curate those really, really good friendships. But it can also be tricky in your 20s because that's also when you lose a lot of friends. But I think it's all good. Losing friends, gaining friends, it's all good, okay? If you lose a friend, you gain a friend, all of it is great. Great, 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 okay, great. Great. Because guess what? I'd rather lose a friend now in my 20s when I'm young than get married, have a friend in my wedding because I think this is my friend, and then later on in my life I'm looking at my wedding pictures and I see a girl in my pictures who I'm not even friends with anymore. So your 20s is the best time to explore your friendships, you know? Like really think about the type of friendships you want. What type of friend are you? You know, you're young, you have time to really, really explore and make decisions, and this is the best time to really explore your friendships. I feel like I have gone through those stages of like removing friendships that didn't work for me and really sticking to the friendships that do work for me. You know, I'm not saying that all my friends now are just here forever because people come and go. Like that's another thing you have to remember. People come and go. We don't own anybody. Like I said earlier, we don't own people. Okay, sometimes people are in your life for a certain reason. I had friends who were in my life when I was in high school, and at those times I thought those were my best friends. I thought these were the best friendships for me at the time. But we change, we evolve as people, especially in your 20s. You're going to do a lot of changing. So you really cannot just hold on so tightly to people because you're going to change as a person, and sometimes the people who are in your life are not going to fit the type of person you are anymore. And either you guys are going to naturally grow apart, or you're going to have to literally say, hey, I don't want to be friends anymore. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think removing people from your life is a bad thing. People come and go, and that's just the truth. That's just the truth. How to deal with having a large chest. I actually am going to be doing a life hacks for big boobs video again. I have one up already here if you want to check that one out. This one is from like a couple years ago, and this is still one of like my top 5 videos till today, and it's from like 3 years ago. So obviously people like it. I am going to be doing an updated one, but I can't really get into all of that in this video. You're just going to have to stick around and wait for that video. So someone wants to know how to separate yourself from your relationship. This is a great question. I think the best way to separate yourself from your relationship is to have your own life. And by that, I mean have things that you do outside of your relationship. And if you don't have things that you do outside of your relationship, make things to do outside of your relationship. Before you got in a relationship, you had your own life. So try to think back to that life, and if you can't think back, or if those things can't be happening no more, then have things that you do by yourself, whether it's going to the gym by yourself, whether it's, I don't know, making time to go to the spa by yourself, going to get your nails done by yourself. Don't pour all your time into your partner. I know that sounds bad, but like, yeah, like that's not bad. Even married couples, they know that when you start to spend too much time under someone, you're just with somebody too much, it can really go bad. So just try to have things that you do by yourself that don't involve your partner. Spend time with your friends. Okay, a lot of people do this where they get in a relationship and they just forget that their friends exist. Especially in the beginning of a relationship, people do this a lot, and I don't blame them, but spending time with your friends is a really good one. Just like how you have dates with your partner, have dates with your friends. Have dates with yourself. Period. I am seeing a lot of questions about like big boob tips and stuff like that. Like I said, again, I'm gonna be doing a video, guys. I'm really sorry, but I can't really get into all that in this video. It's gonna be like too much. So just stay tuned for that video. I promise it's coming soon. I'm probably gonna film it like this weekend. So stay tuned. Oh my gosh, somebody wants to know why boys hate to be loved. So I'm currently watching Gossip Girl right now. If you watch Gossip Girl, you guys know about the whole Blair and Chuck saga. Chuck is a good example of this. You guys, if you don't know who Chuck is, don't worry. I'm gonna separate Gossip Girl from this topic. But first, I want to get into this. Anytime Chuck was going through things in his life, especially whenever his dad was around, his dad would basically tell him, oh, you're not a man because you love this, because you love Blair. Like, Blair is your weakness. Blair makes you weak. Your love for her makes you weak. I feel like the reason why men hate to be loved is because they think love is a weakness. They think that being soft is a weakness. Men feel like they have to be macho. Macho man. They feel like they have to be macho. They feel like they have to be strong all the time. They feel like they have to have it together all the time. And it's really not their fault they feel that way. Like, that's just historically how it is for men. And, you know, I just don't think that's what it is. I appreciate a man who is in touch with his feelings, who can be soft, and who can let his guard down. Like, men never want to let their guard down. It must be so exhausting to just be like this all the time. They're just like this all the time. Imagine having to be like this all the time. You can never relax. You can never relax. Oh my gosh, you guys know Lip Gloss on TikTok? I love her TikTok. She talks a lot about like men and why men really care about other men's opinions. Going back to that, they care about other men's opinions, and what are my bros gonna think about me if I start doing this or I start doing that? And I feel like that is why they hate to be loved. Like, they just can't let their guards down. That's just what I think it is. Sorry, y'all. My phone's dying. Someone wants to know how I started learning to do wig installs. Basically, I started learning how to do wig installs from doing YouTube videos. I didn't start my channel as a hair channel or whatever, but I started doing hair videos and companies were sending me hair. So I literally had to learn how to install hair to be able to do the videos and get paid. And I just kept doing it, and then I got good at it. And I actually never watched like install videos on YouTube or anything. I just learned from practice. Just like makeup. Practice, practice, practice. Practice doesn't make perfect, but practice definitely makes permanent. Things I wish I knew earlier in dating / relationships. Oh, one of the main things I wish I knew is something that I said earlier, which is I was always focused on, oh, does this guy like me? I was never thinking, do I like him? Do I like his character? Do I like the way he does this? Do I like the way, like, I never really like vetted the guy, you know, like I was always worried about what I was doing. Another thing that I wish I knew earlier in relationships and dating is just like, be mean to men. Like, being nice, sweet, you know, men don't respond well to that. Like, to them, that is weakness. I'm not saying like just be a bitch or nothing like that, but I'm saying like be assertive. Worry about yourself. Even in relationships, like I wish I was more worried about myself and not like me and that person or that person. I wish I was more worried about myself, like me. I am an assertive person, okay? I am an assertive person, but I wish I was more assertive. Like sometimes I would hold back because I didn't want to push the person away, and I feel like that wasted a lot of my time because I was dating guys who weren't even a good match for me, who I really didn't even care for, you know? Like, now that I think about it. Another thing that I wish that I did is that I wish I would have had more boundaries. And I wish I would have enforced my boundaries more. I've always had boundaries, but I was never really enforcing my boundaries as I am now. Honestly, I would be too lenient. Like, I would be too easily persuaded, if that makes sense, you know? Like, and I just wish that I would just assert my boundaries more. Like, don't let anybody who is willing to cross your boundaries is not the one for you, and that's just the truth. Like, anyone who likes you and wants to be with you will respect your boundaries, will respect you as a person, and that's just it. I also wish that I would have known earlier in dating that men are literally like weak. Men are weak. Like, so someone says, I met this Asian guy in Puerto Rico and we hung out my whole trip. It's been 2 weeks, we still talk, but now he wants me to come visit him. Should I go or is it too soon? I'm very nonchalant towards dudes, but for some reason I felt at ease around him. Also, what's your opinion on Asian men? I've heard some bad things. Oh my god. Honestly, I feel like it's too soon. I don't think you should do it at all. I don't think you should do it. I feel like you need more time to talk to him more and really get to know him more as a person. Like, really get to know his character and who he is, because you don't want to go to Puerto Rico, right, is where you said. You don't want to go to Puerto Rico and then you end up having a bad experience and now you're in Puerto Rico with this guy. It's kind of scary. Like, it doesn't give safe. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it personally. And I think if you do it, maybe go with a friend or something, because I just don't think it's safe. Like, you know, it's only been 2 weeks. You don't really know this guy. You don't really know his character. You don't really know the type of person he is truly. Okay, because men lie. Men put up facades. Like, it's only been 2 weeks, babes. I wouldn't do it. Abort mission. Don't do it. And as for what you said about Asian guys, I've never dated a Haitian man, but I've only heard bad things also. So I think that enough should let you know not to do it. Get to know him more. Maybe wait another like 2 months, 3 months. Get to know him more. That's all I'm gonna say. Someone wants to know how to keep a man. I don't like this question because you can't keep a man, child. Like, if a man don't want to be kept, you can't keep a man. A man chooses to be with you, and he chooses you every day. You choose him, he chooses you. Y'all choose each other every day, and that's just it. How to keep a man? He has to want to be kept. That's how to keep a man. Someone says, how to deal with the guy that ghosted you but goes to your church and still sits in the same row with you. Act like he doesn't exist. Don't glance at him. Don't make eye contact with him. Literally act like he doesn't. Even if you make eye contact with him, make eye contact like in a way where it's like I said earlier, where I can know people and act like they're strangers to me. Act like he doesn't exist. Just like how he's doing you, do him the same way. Because one thing about men is they hate to be treated the way they treat other people. So if he ghosted you, act like he doesn't exist, because if he ghosted you, obviously he doesn't like you or whatever it is. So babes, do yourself a favor and just act like he doesn't exist. Someone wants to know my hopes when it comes to marriage now. I still want to be married. I still know that it's very possible for me. That was the last question. I still know it's very possible for me. I have not lost hope. My man is out there. He is the perfect man for me. God himself is sending that man to me, okay? I am not in a rush, okay? My problem is I used to be rushing. And in rushing, I would overlook things and I would ease up on my boundaries and I would just be doing rubbish because I was in a rush. I'm not in a rush. God is going to send that man to me. He's making him. I'm not in a rush. Like, whenever he comes, he comes. And when he does come, he's going to be the perfect man for me. My man is out there, and when he gets to me, he gets to me. And when he gets to me, he's going to be perfect for me. He's not going to be perfect, but he's going to be perfect for me. And we're going to live happily ever after. The end. No, but seriously guys, this is the end of this video. I really enjoyed this girl talk. I don't know about you guys, but I enjoyed this girl talk. I think this was a good girl talk. Good talk, girls. Good talk. I really enjoyed talking with you guys, answering some of your questions. If you guys hear the birds chirping outside of my window, I'm really sorry about that. I don't know why the birds chirp at 12 a.m., but they do, and I can't stop the birds from chirping. So hopefully it adds to the ambiance. But yeah, I really enjoyed this girl talk. Again, if you would like to participate and have one of your questions answered in another future girl talks, I'm definitely going to be doing these again. This is going to be a monthly thing, because this was too fun. If you want to participate, make sure you follow me on Instagram at Omalewa, which is OMOOLEWAA. Also, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, especially if you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching and coming to this girl chat, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!